Greetings, everyone. We're here again today to continue with what we did some time ago. Solution of simultaneous linear equations using the Cramer's rule. We have taken up with the formulas on how to go about it. So here is an example on the board. Solve the following systems of equations using Cramer's rule. Recall that we have taken our time to solve some problems on determinants because it is the idea of determinant we use to solve this. Now, first, our solution, we have to get our D, where we're told that our D is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, and C3, all enclosed. So looking at the above system of equations, our A1 there is the coefficient of x, which is 5. So our A1 is 5, our B1 is -7, and our C1 is 1. 1 is the coefficient of z in the above equation. Now, our A2 is 6, B2 is -8, C2 is -1, A3 is 3, B3 is 2, and C3 is -6. All enclosed. Now, having gotten this structure, what do? We find the determinant. We go 5. Now, if you pick out 5, you don't take any number on the same column with 5, and you don't take any number on the same row with 5. So you have on that note, the entries for 5 here will be -8, see my hand, -8, -1, 2 and -6, -8, -1, 2 and -6. And there is a standard which we're told when we did consider determinant. The standard is that we start with positive sign and we alternate with a negative sign in that order. Now, since there's an already existing negative sign, it then becomes plus because minus times minus is plus. So instead of writing -7, it will be +7. Now, what are the entries or elements for this? You don't touch anything on the same column with this 7, and you don't touch any number or entry on the same row. So we have a 6, -1, 3, and -6. So we have a 6, -1, 3, and -6. The next one is +1, which is A3. So it's going to be 6, -8, 3, and 2. So we have here 6, -8, 3, and 2. Now, what do we do next? We multiply as we were taught in determinant. -8 times -6 is +48, because we were taught that minus times minus is plus, minus plus minus is minus. -8 times -6 is +48. -1 times 2 is -1. Remember, there's an already existing minus here, so it becomes +2. We'll go 6 times -6 is -36. And the -1 times 3 is Minus 1 times 3 is minus 3 times minus, it becomes plus 3. Plus 1 into 6 times 2 is 12. Minus 8 times 3 is minus 24. Times minus, it becomes plus 24. We'll go again. 48 plus 2 is 50. Minus 36 plus 33 is minus 33, because the minus sign is in front of the bigger number. Therefore, the answer will be negative form. Now, 12 plus 24 is 36. So we continue again. 5 times 50 will be 250. 250. Then 33 times 7, 1. 250, we got it when we use 5 to multiply 50. Now, plus 7 times minus 33 will give us minus 231. 1 times 36 will give us 36. 1 times any number is that number. Now, 250 minus 231 will give us 19. Therefore, our D equal to 55. Our D to be 55, the next is to get our D1, which is X. Recall that we were told that for our X, it is D1, B1, C1, D2, B2, C2, D3, B3, C3, all over A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. Here we go again. X equal to D1, B1, C1, D2, B2, C2, D3, B3, C3, all over A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. That is, each one we get, we use the D to divide it. Now we go again. We have, by implication, our D1 here is 11. Our B1 is minus 7. That we have already known. It is established. Then our C1 is 1. So we have here 11, then B1 is minus 7, then C1 is 1. Again, D2, so yes, D2 is 15, B2 is minus 8, C1, 3 is minus 1, D3 is 7, B3 is 2, and C3 is minus 6. We have gotten the structure. We go again with the idea of determinants. The first one is 11. Remember, we start with the positive sign. We alternate. The next one should be a negative sign. So, just as we were told, as you pick this 11, you don't touch the numbers on the same row with 11 and the numbers or entries on the same column with 11. On that note, the entries here to be considered are minus 8, minus 1, 2, and minus 6. So we have minus 8, minus 1, 2, and minus 6. The next one is minus 7. Minus times minus is plus. Instead of minus 7, we should write plus 7. And the entries to be considered are 15 minus 1, 7, and minus 6. So we have 15 minus 1, 7, and minus 6. The next one is plus 1. Okay. The numbers to be considered are 15 minus 8, 15 minus 8, 7 and 2. 15 minus 8, 7 and 2. Yes, we are good to go. Brackets open. Minus 8 times minus 6 will give us plus 48. Brackets open, plus 48. Minus 1 times 2 minus 2 times minus plus 2 plus 7. 15 times minus 6 is minus 90. And minus 1 times 7 minus 7 times minus plus 7 plus 1. 15 times 2 is 30. Minus 8 times 7 is going to give us 56. Minus 8 times 7 is minus 56 times minus plus 56. Okay. Now, 48 plus 2 is 50. Minus 90 plus 7 is minus 83 plus 1. 30 plus 56 is 86. 11 times 50 is 550. 7 times minus 8 times minus 83 will give us minus 581. 1 times 86 is 86. Now 550 minus 531 will give us minus 31 plus 86, giving us 55. Minus 31 plus 86 is 55. Therefore, our D1, which is X, equal to what? 55. Our D1, which is X, is equal to 55 from our solving. We will still need to get a value for D2, which is our our Y. Our Y is A1, D1, C1 in that order. All over A1, B1, C1 in that order. Therefore, Y equal to A1, D1, C1, A2, D2, C2, A3, D3, C3 equal to, coming back to our equations, our A1 is 5, our D1 is 11, our C1 is 1, our A2 is 6, our D2 is 15, our C2 is minus 1, and our A3 is 3, our D3 is 7, C3 is minus 6, all enclosed. Now, let's go again. We pick the first one. See my hand. 15 minus 1, 15 minus 1, 7 and minus 6. Minus 11, remember we alternate the signs. We start with positive, the next one should be negative. Now, See the entries: 6, -1, 3 and -6, 6, -1, 3 and -6, plus 1, 6, 15, 3 and 7, 6, 15, 3 and 7. You go again. 15 times -6 is -90. -1 times 7 is -7 times minus, it becomes +7. -11 into 6 times -6 is -36. Now -1 times 3 is -3 times minus, it becomes +3. Then +1 into 6 times 7 is 42. 15 times 3 is 45. It becomes 42 minus 45. Now -90 plus 7 will give you -83. -11 into -36 plus 3 will give you -33 plus 1. 42 minus 45 will give you -3. Now, -5 times -83 will give us -415. Now, -83 will give us -415. 11 times -33 will give us +363. 1 times -3 will give us -3. Now -415 plus 363 will give us -52, then -3. -52 minus 3 will give us, therefore, our y, which is our d2, equal to -55. So we have gotten our d2 as well as our y to be what? -55. We have to go back again to get the value, or a value for our d3, which is our z. Recall that our z is b1, c1 in that order. Going back to the equation, our a1 is 5, our b1 is -7, and our our d1 is 11, a2 is 6, b2 -8, d2 15, a3 3, b3 minus, b3 is +2, and d3 is 7, all enclosed. So, our d1 and our d2 is now left for us to get our d3, which is our z. Recall that our d3, which is z, is a1, b1, d1, a2, b2, d2, a3, b2, d3, all over a1, b1, c1 in that order. So a1, b1, d1, a2, b2, d2, a3, b3, d3, all over a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3, all enclosed. So going back to our equation, our a1 is what? 5. Our b1 is -7. Our d1 is 11. Our A2 is 6. Our B2 minus 8. D2 is 15. A3 is 3. B3 is 2. D3 is 7. Now let's get the value. Pick again. Minus 8, 15, and minus 8, 15, 2, and 7. Minus times minus is plus, so it becomes plus 7. The values 6, 15, 6, 15, 3, and 7. Sorry. We have 7 here. The next one is plus 11. The entries should be 6. 6 minus 8. Then 3 and 2. All enclosed. Minus 8 times 7 is minus 56. 15 times 2 is 30 plus 7. 6 times 7 is 42 minus 45 plus 11. Five into minus 8 times 7 is minus 56. 15 times 2 is 30. The next plus 7. 6 times 7 is 42. 15 times 3 is 45. Then we have plus 11. 6 times 2 is 12. Minus 8 times 3 is 24 times minus plus 24. We have minus 56. Minus 56 plus 30. That's supposed to be minus and not plus. Because there's an existing, the standard is that there must be a minus here. Minus 56 minus 30 is minus 86 plus 7. 42 minus 45 minus 3 plus 11 into 12 plus 24 is 36. We go again. We go again. 5 times minus 86 will give us minus 430. Then 7 times minus 3 is minus 21. Eleven times 36 will give us 396. 396. Now, minus 430 minus 21 will give us minus 451. Then plus 396, which is minus 55. Therefore, our D3, which is Z, equal to minus 55. We have gotten our D, our D1, D2, and D3. The instruction was for us to use the Cramer's rule. Now, using the Cramer's rule, you conclude by doing this. You go ahead to say, using the Cramer's rule, x equal to d1 all over d. And remember, we have our d1 to be what? 55. And our d is 55. 55 into 55 is 1. Therefore, we have our x equal to 1. Then for y, which is d2 all over d, equal to our d2 is minus 55 and our d is 55. 55 into 55 minus 55 is minus 1. We therefore have our y to be what? Minus 1. And our d3 as well, which is z, equal to d3 all over d is equal to minus 55 over 55, giving us what? Our z equal to minus 1. Here is the end of the solving using Cramer's rule. Simple. Thank you.